So far, Rams' economy hasn't been harassed. He hasn't lost any SCVs or anything like that, and NonY has lost a number of probes. So just depending on how good Rams' multitasking has been with creating SCVs of his own and building factories and units, potentially Rams is starting to get a bit of a lead now. There's the 6th factory. Usually you don't go 6 factories before Command Center into TVP unless you're really putting the pressure on, going for a timing push. Maybe that's what Rams has in mind, but I'm expecting him to put a Command Center down for that 3rd push out with tanks shortly, but that doesn't seem to be happening. Tanks are unsieging, so it's quite possible that it's time for Rams to push out. He's putting down his Academy and Armory now. He hasn't needed them up until this point, so it's good that he didn't get them earlier. Spend resources a little bit more wisely as it is. Dropship hitting around the map again with a tank and another 2 vultures. NonY spots this though, so he's got Dragoons hot pursuit, and Dropship heading around the south. I'm not sure where he's going to be able to go with that Dropship because NonY knows exactly where he is and where he's going, so he should be prepared for this. In the meantime, oh, this is nice. This is really nice play. Rams is actually using this distraction because he knows that NonY's afraid of that Dropship, is to attack straight out with vultures, and this is excellent play. This is really good stuff. Wiping out probes left and right with these vultures. He's only got about 8 there, and the photon cannon's just not killing him at a time. That's a huge lot of probe kills for Rams, and he did that all without even having to drop anything off with his Dropship. Dropship was just ended up being a distraction. I know that probably wasn't his original plan, but he improvised very well there by bringing the vultures down, and he's killed about 10 probes, which is excellent stuff. So and he used that little diversion as a cover for putting down his 3rd command center. So this is really good play here by Rams. I've really got to take my hat off to him. And now he's easily able to bring his tanks and vultures in. You'll see this happen just in a sec. Putting down another factory. I'm not sure if he's going for an 8th one. Yes, he is going for an 8th one. Upgrading Goliath range, +1 weapons. Things going pretty well here. NonY's moving his observer in, so he's going to see that that Rams has got a 3rd up and running. Let's see how this progresses. NonY looks to be gathering a lot of forces in the center of the map. He's also getting +1 weapons of his own. Going for a Templar Archives, so maybe we'll see some storms. That'll be cool. This Dropship, notorious Dropship, was still looking for openings. Rams has just been relentless with that. Now, yeah, it looks like we've got mines grouped up on the left-hand side. NonY's probably not going to be able to break through this area despite having a large ground force. He's going in for it, but no, too many tanks pulling back now. He knows that he can't break through there. He's got a decent amount of troops, and he's got a couple of Reavers in that shuttle still. And Rams almost making a break for it there. He lost a lot of health in that Dropship, but the Dragoon and the photon cannon was too much. NonY's got his bases covered. He's going for a 4th base as well. And hey, look at this, the third Reaver from that shuttle. They've all been planted on the ground. Looks like NonY's going to come around from the side. There's less mines over this area. Rams knows it, and he's repositioning his tanks. So a lot of Scarabs heading off. This is going to cause a lot of damage to those tanks, but those Reavers are going to go down pretty quickly if NonY doesn't pick them up. He lost one of them, and here comes NonY with his forces. Rams sieging up. This is a bit of a close siege, and Zella's streaming in right now. Battle lines are drawn. Looks like a battle erupting right here. Reavers being dropped again. This is going to do a lot of damage to Rams' forces, and things looking actually pretty bad for Rams here because NonY's going to break through the tank line. The Zealots are all gone, but he's got so many Dragoons left over, and he's still got the 2 Reavers crucially. So NonY pressing the attack now. Rams sieging up with 2 more tanks, but the Dragoons, if they're quick, they should be able to get kills on those tanks. Still losing a lot of Dragoons. He's down to about 8 now. 2 more, two Reavers being dropped back off. These SCVs are going to be suffering if Rams doesn't pull them back very quickly. Rams doing that just now. Coming in with Vultures, trying to lay mines next to the Dragoons. NonY doing a really good job of picking off all of those mines, especially with help of that Reaver. And wow, heaps of High Templars coming in, but these mines are really going to take these High Templars out. Really good job here by Rams killing the High Templars. That's going to save him a real headache with Storm. So that was a great play, getting rid of about 5 Templars, 4 Templars. But unfortunately, at the cost of his third base. So Rams in trouble here. He's going to have to lift off that command center. Hopefully he does that now. Storm off again on another tank. Rams desperately defending here. Noni is taking charge though, sweeping in with Othello. It's still got a lot alive. SCV's being pulled off the line to defend. This looks bad. Mine going off and taking off SCVs. Ugh, things getting really messy. In the meantime, Noni putting down a second Stargate. Sorry, he's going to be going for carriers, as you can see there from the fleet beacon. He is on 4 bases, so after all that harassment, Noni looks set to really come back and possibly even take the game, given the harassment that he's doing to Rams right now. But some nice mines there, getting rid of the Dragoons, so the pressure is temporarily off Rams. He's built up a few more forces, and he should be able to push out to take that third base again. In the meantime, he has actually taken the 12 o'clock, so that's crucial. Noni heading out with a shot with a Reaver. Maybe he's aware of that base over there. Who knows? Rams returning to take his third. So if Rams scans off on Noni's base and finds the carriers, finds the starport there. Don't really like those troops. Maybe Rams has forgotten about the rally point because there's a lot of troops sitting around there. But at this point, Rams really, it would be preferable if he found the Stargates and did something about those carriers. To his credit, though, he's got +1 weapons and +1 armor, and he's got +1 weapons, +2 weapons just about finishing. But as I mentioned before, Noni's Reaver has swept around the top, doing some harassment to this expansion. Reaver dropping behind the mineral lines by the looks, sweeping around to take out some more SCVs. Tank's not quick enough to kill it, and unfortunately that missile turret has not been completed. But Rams being on 4 bases is very good. He should really be able to afford a lot of units at this point. Noni's taking his 5th base, but that's pretty status quo. 5 bases against 4 bases, TVP. Really have to say that the Terran comes out best. Unless, of course, Noni gets the critical mass of carriers, and that's really what's gonna even this game up and win it for Noni. But generally, very good play by Rams. He kind of dropped the ball a little bit with that out of position fight there to the right of his third base, if you guys remember that. But that's the only thing that I feel he's done significantly wrong in this game, if anything. A couple of photon cannons going down at Noni's 5th. Quite a large number of standing forces out there for Noni, so I think that's wise, really, if you're going for carriers. Also have a large ground army, because it just makes it so much more difficult to get rid of the carriers, because you can move back with your forces, snipe with the carriers, and if you get chased by Dragoons, just engage again with your ground army, and you can keep your carriers a lot safer that way. You can also use your carriers in harassment, just going for bases, and the hand is laid down. The carriers have arrived. I'm not sure whether Noni should have actually shown the carriers that. Maybe he got scanned and he saw that. So he just wanted to press ahead, but Rams has already started building Goliaths. I guess I must have missed the scan. Rams probably cottoned on to this a while ago. Rams going for his 5th base at the top left, so if he can keep that, hopefully that should give him enough gas to really pump out the Goliaths big time. Rams making a push down the middle. He knows that he can't let Noni get away with his strategy right now. So this is quite good, pushing down the middle. He's bringing SCVs along to build turrets. Good play here by Rams, very solid stuff. But the carriers are going to start putting some hurt onto him. He's going to have to move out slowly, and this is difficult for Terrans to do. The micromanagement of all of this is really hard. You've got unsiege the tanks, make sure the mines, the Vultures don't run straight into the enemies. You've got to plant mines, build turrets with SCVs, keep your Goliaths focused on the carriers without chasing the carriers too far. But wow, Noni flying overhead with 2 shuttles, dropping Reavers right into the midst of the tanks. The Reavers getting squashed, but Rams is really under a lot of pressure here. Noni's coming in from all sides. But looks like the Terran forces are doing pretty well here. He's got a significant number of troops, and Rams is able to push him back. He's shot down a lot of Dragoons, and Noni still doesn't have quite enough carriers to inflict a serious amount of damage from the air. So Rams just pressing forward again, sieging up the tanks, blasting a whole lot of Dragoons. This is good hit, good play here by Rams, and consolidating with more turrets. This is excellent, and he's almost in range of NonY's expansion here. This is going to be great. So if Rams can press in a little bit further, here he goes now, pressing in with the tanks, sieging up. He's got Goliaths in position, so they'll be able to take out any interceptors that fly overhead. And Rams is going to be able to blow away that base. This is going to shore things up in terms of bases, because Rams is just taking the base over the top left. And by the way, NonY's taking another base down the bottom left and at the 6 o'clock. So having lost his second natural there, he's still going to be on 5 bases after this. And that's going to be compared to Rams's 5 bases. Both players have pretty much mined out the mains. Looks like NonY has added a couple of Stargates. I'm not happy about those 3 Goliaths sitting around there. It's bad rally pointing from the factories on the side, and I think units run into each other when they try to leave the